smooth chest. Can we just talk about Ken's chest versus my chest? He calls me daddy. Hey all, welcome back to Jonny Cakes. You like my outfit? Like I said, we're making a Barbie cake today. So what we're gonna do is a Barbie pool cake. Barbie's gonna be like hanging in the pool and Ken's just gonna be like chilling somewhere. Maybe they'll be in the pool together. I don't know, we'll see. I've never made this cake before, but it's one of these cakes that like I've seen on the internet. I think it was like a childhood kind of staple cake that like parents could make at home. So like I definitely should be able to do this. There's a cool element. We're actually gonna make like pool water out of gelatin, which is fun. It's really simple and just stupid. So to start this cake, we need to make like pool water, which is gonna be made out of like really strong gelatin. So I'm gonna get rid of you guys. I'm sorry, you'll be back. Let me tell you something. I had to go to 3 different Targets to find both of these. There's not just Beach Barbie anywhere. And Ken, by the way, he has abs. You're gonna see those later. I mean, he has abs, I have abs, everyone here has abs. So it's not that crazy to me, but it's kind of cool. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is create the pool water, which we're gonna make out of unflavored gelatin that we dye blue. So I've got half a cup of unflavored gelatin here. I think it's a half a cup. Oh no, it's not. It's 3/4 of a cup. Well, more gelatin for a growing boy. So I'm adding the gelatin into my bowl and then I'm gonna bloom it. Basically that means I let it sort of like soak up some water. So I'm gonna add like a half a cup of water to this. And then I'm just gonna set it aside for 5 minutes. It's like the worst oatmeal ever. So while that sets for 5 minutes, I'm gonna boil some water and then I'll add it in. I hear the boiling. Okay, sorry about that. The water is boiling. So I'm going to measure out 500 milliliters and add it to our bloomed gelatin. I'm gonna mix that up until the gelatin dissolves, and then I'm gonna add truly a drop of blue food dye. So I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon extract to this unflavored gelatin, just so it adds a little bit of extra flavor to our raspberry cake. So one last thing I wanna do before we set this aside to cool back to room temperature, I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm gonna skim off as many of the bubbles in that foam as I can, because we want this swimming pool water to look blue and clear and not foamy. This is a pool, not a hot tub. Great, so while the blue pool water gelatin cools down, I'm gonna start on the actual cake. We're making a very traditional, like circular 8-inch cake. That's gonna be the base of the pool. So I'm gonna stack my Barbie pink cake layers with some blue ganache. So I did a crumb coat on the base of the pool. I'm gonna chill this and then we'll do our final coat. Hey Barbie, it's a chill break. Come on Barbie, come over, we'll chill and play. It's the new chill break Barbie, available at Toys R Us. You guys remember that commercial? Okay, so that was a good chill break. Let's do a final coat on this bad boy and make it nice and smooth. How's that? Smooth like Ken's smooth chest. Okay, Ken, your chest versus my chest. Can we just talk about Ken's chest versus my chest? He calls me daddy. This kiss. It's that pivotal moment. It's perpetual bliss. All right, we got that final coat chillin'. Ow. Sorry, my finger. So while the cake is chilling, I'm going to prep the modeling chocolate. So I'm gonna roll this modeling chocolate out in sort of like a long, thin line, and then I'm gonna cut it to size. And what I'm gonna do with this is just kind of like pick it up and wrap it around the cake. What is this? Well, it's a giant ruler or like yardstick that I stole from the set of Holiday Wars on Food Network. Now, thank you so much, Holiday Wars on Food Network. I need a long stick. That's why we're never gonna work out.
Hey, Johnny, that really hurt my feelings. Anyway, while I have your attention, I wanted to ask, do you think baking's more of an art or a science?
Baking an art, baking's a science, baking's a gym class, baking's geometry class, baking is social studies class, baking is APUS history. All right, so I'm now going to take this and chill it in the fridge to set up a little bit so I can work with it a little easier. All right, so for this next part, we need Barbie's torso, but not her legs, because she's gonna go in the pool, and if we have her legs, like I can't cut. You know what I mean? Like I won't be able to cut through her legs. I can't cut a slice out. So I'm just gonna see if I can rip her legs off. Can you rip? Hang on. Ah, it's kind of hurt. Ah, okay. Oh. Oh, yo, she's got a joint and everything. Oh. And honestly, I mean, I'm jealous. Look at these. I also need to tie her hair up because it needs to be like high above her face because we're gonna fill the pool with liquid, and if this isn't tied up, it will get into the liquid, which will be a problem. Kind of looks like the girl from Napoleon Dynamite.
Is anyone else here?
All right, the cake's ready to be assembled. We've got the Barbie ready. We've got the coating done with the ganache on the cake. We've got the modeling chocolate ready in the fridge. So now we're gonna assemble all the elements. I've got some piping gel. This is like edible glue. I'm gonna take a bit just on my finger. I look like a doctor about to give a prostate exam. And I'm just gonna coat it, like sort of the outer edge of the cake. So I've chilled this modeling chocolate so I can actually like touch it and it won't melt on me. I'm gonna pick it up. Great, so now I need to cut a hole where Barbie's gonna go. Now before I put Barbie in, I'm gonna try to seal the crack between the cake and the modeling chocolate because we're gonna put liquid in this and I don't want it to come out the bottom. Okay, so now I have to fill the pool with this fake gelatin water, and I'm legitimately nervous because it's water I'm putting into a cake. So it may flood and break the cake and spill all over my kitchen. So wish me luck. They say wait 30 minutes after eating before you go swimming. I'm gonna eat the whole pool. Anyway, if you want more fun jokes like that, like and subscribe. That's a good pool. That is a tasty pool.